we're going to talk about how to hold the violin. First of all, take your left hand. If you're not sure which hand is your left hand, hold your hands up like this and make L's. And the L, that's going the right way, that's your left hand. So hold the violin by the neck in the left hand. And we can do this a couple of ways. You can hold the violin up really high, like doing the Statue of Liberty, and then turn. Sometimes we make a hat. Then we go to the ear. And then we go straight down. We turn the head, and we drop. But it's not always so easy. If you're starting out, you might not know what kind of chin rest you need or what kind of shoulder rest you need. You might not even have a shoulder rest. Even without a shoulder rest, you still have to learn how to balance with no hands. It's very important. So one of the things that you're looking for is to have as straight a neck as possible. So even if you do have to turn your head to hold the violin, I would suggest that you want to look as natural as possible. We really want to get to this point where you can just put the violin right under the jaw without having to do anything extra. We want to avoid this and this. Does this look right? No. What about like this? We don't want a bent neck. So we always want the body to be as straight as possible and in as natural a position as possible. You'll notice that my chin doesn't really go in the chin rest. It doesn't look so good, does it? The violin we tend to support at the corner of our jaw, right underneath the ear. Now, if you're young, you might have sensitive skin and you might find that the metal digs in. It's going to be fine. You can maybe put some band-aids over it or a cloth. I've got a cloth because I'm actually allergic to metal and I'll get a nasty rash. But it's important that you don't have a gap between the violin and your neck. And the violin is going to be a little bit angled. It's not going to be totally flat. The more angled it is, the easier it is for you to reach the G string, but also the higher the bow has to go. So if it's more flat, the bow can be a little bit lower, but then it's harder to get to the G string. So finding the angle and the position that's right is something that you're going to have to spend a lot of time on. But mostly, if you can get this kind of balance and this kind of comfort, then you're going to be pretty comfortable playing the violin. You can also try turning the violin by the scroll, and if the violin's pretty secure, then you know you've got it in a good place. Another test you can do is you can see if your voice gets strained when holding the violin. So if I put the violin here, you can hear that my voice has changed a little bit because there's more tension in my neck. If I put the violin here, then you can hear that my voice is a little bit more resonant and a little bit more relaxed. So try putting the violin somewhere and see if your voice changes. We want it to be as relaxed as possible. You should be able to have a little bit of wobble too. But remember, no matter what kind of shoulder rest or chin rest you have, you want to get really good at finding that balance. And then once you find that spot, even without a shoulder rest, then you can start doing your 10 violin holds a day. You want to get really, really comfortable, because this is not a very natural position. So we want it to start to feel a bit more like home. You won't be able to get all the way up the violin. So try to avoid this. Try to avoid this. Try to avoid having your armpit collapse. We want well-ventilated armpits. And try to keep the head as straight as possible. We want to be very long in the back of the neck, very, very long. You can always feel the neck lengthening this way. And you want to feel the balance of gravity of your head sort of up by the tips of your ears, not down here, but sort of loose up here. Always imagine yourself like one of those bobbleheads in the back of a car, being very loose. Good luck.